Welcome to Starseed Gathering podcast. This podcast is hosted by Annabelle Ivaya, intuitive mentor and healer. This platform welcomes all of the lightworkers, healers, and coaches from all around the globe to share their story, their awakening, their path, and their mission here on earth today. You will meet a beautiful soul today that wants to share their light with you. Allow the story that you will hear and all of the information to land within you like a breeze of love. I welcome you into this sacred space. Enjoy this podcast. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to Starseed Gathering Podcast. I'm super excited to have Elizabeth with me. We are meeting today to speak about what she does as a light worker on this planet. I love to gather with like-minded souls to help them grow their audience, their message, so that it touches all of the heart of people around the globe. Elizabeth is a beautiful business mentor. She does healing and activation. I'm super happy to have you with us. How are you doing, beautiful? Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm doing so well today. I'm so excited for this conversation and for the activation we have. It's going to be so powerful. So I can't wait for that.
It's so cool. Tell me, I would love for you to speak about, how did you become the person you are now? Was there like a special event? Some people have had like gifts forever, and then at some point they push them away, and then they
Yeah.
go back to them later. Some other people it's very traumatic, like me. It was more like boom, okay, now you have to shift your life, all of your life. So what was it for you, beautiful?
Yeah. So, I mean, I've always been intuitive, always had that kind of psychic gift, but wasn't really able to develop it. Like, I tried multiple times when in my early 20s, like, I'm going to study this, I'm going to do that, and just never really could take the time to do it or grasp it. And then when COVID hit 2020 and we're all at home, doing nothing and bored, and having this opportunity to really go inward and like look at yourself and your life, I really started to get this pull and this call to be doing something else, that like I've started to get that feeling like I'm meant to be doing something else than I'm currently doing. And at the time I was working for as an association manager for a nonprofit, and I was working with my mom since college, so like 15 years. And I was going to take over her company. Like that was the plan. I was going to take over her company, be, pretty good, decent pay, and be pretty set. And then I just was like, no, this isn't what I'm supposed to do. This isn't what I want to do for the rest of my life. And that alone, just even admitting that, and then, having to tell her that was scary in itself, right? To leave something you've been doing for so long and to start figuring out, okay, well, now what is it that I'm supposed to do here? And of course, my mom was very supportive and understanding and was totally fine with it. But then again became the quest of, okay, well, what is my purpose? Like what is this thing that I'm supposed to do? And I really just began exploring and letting myself have fun and figure it out. And I joined different Facebook groups, and I joined this one Facebook group, spiritual Facebook groups. That's where I found my first mentor, who she was offering free readings for sole purpose. I was like, yes, please, need that. And coming to of course confirm that I have psychic abilities, and we worked together to develop those, and studied with her for almost a year of developing my intuitive healing gifts and my psychic abilities. But I still felt like there was a piece missing, that there was something more to this. And then I stumbled upon manifestation and mindset work. And I had always I've been in the manifestation, but never really was able to like master it or understand it. So I started studying it, fell in love with it because it completely changed my life. Completely changed how I looked at the world and how I viewed myself, and just so much like shifted within me that I was like, oh my gosh, like I wish everyone knew this information. I wish everyone knew how powerful they are and that they don't have to be miserable, right? And they can be happy and that's a choice. And one day, my mentor for that said, we need more people to teach this, to spread this word. And I was like, oh my gosh, yes, like this is what I want to do. I want to help people with this. And so I started my manifestation and mindset coaching business, did that for about a solid year and was helping people in that, and still again felt like, okay, there's something else missing here, there's another piece that's ready to come in now. And I ended up finding, working with another mentor who helped me discover my light language and my activation abilities, and really looking back at it, when I've been working with people, the quantum leaps that they were able to take by working with me was just crazy to me. And I couldn't understand how they did it, but realizing by being in my energy and, being with my momentum, I help activate them to their next level. And so that's pretty much where I've landed now in this journey, in this current state, is helping people by activating them through my light language, through my healings, and with my mentorship, and getting them to their next level, and really finding my purpose of activating people's soul gifts, activating their soul purpose, so we can kind of step up and help the world together. Because as you know, as a light worker, like we can't do this alone. It can't just be me, it can't just be one person. We need all the light workers to step up right now to really help shift and raise the frequency of the world. And so that's kind of what my mission right now is, helping those people who are here to help others step into their purpose and activate their gifts, and help them figure out how to do that in a business sense so they can go do that full time, and be able to do this and bring that income in at the same time.
Definitely. Ooh, I love this. I love this. I love like how it's so interesting, right? You could have put one teacher, one teaching, and or you I remember reading about The Secret, right? I don't know, like 2006 or something. And it's
Right.
like it's interesting, but then not really understanding the concepts. It's like and I think, it's the level of awareness of our consciousness that we have at that time. And then we go back to things and we're like, oh, now it lands, now it makes sense. Now everything kind of, it's like the pieces of the puzzle, they come together. And it feels so right when we find finally what we're here to do. And I think so many light workers out there, even if they're not doing the work that they would like to be doing, they know they have a bigger mission. We have that in our hearts since we were born. We know that. That's why I do that. And most of the people I connect to are star seeds, because we didn't come here to just have a walk in the park. We came here for this very moment of ascension to help everybody get ready, get ourselves ready first, right? We're
Yeah.
our own tool, our main tool, and then be able to do that with others or facilitate the path for others. And it's just so important. I'm super grateful that you're doing that with people. I think I'm doing that now too, helping people starting their business, because it's like it's one thing to learn about your psychic abilities and your
Yeah,
channeling abilities and light language and everything, but what do I do with that now, right? So
exactly.
tell me how this kind of business side of things came about in your own business.
Well, yeah, I mean that's exactly it. You get the certification because you want to help people. You feel called to this certain healing modality or whatever it is, but then you're like, well, now what? Like I'm not an entrepreneur. I don't know how to do this. And I grew up in an entrepreneur family. Both my parents had businesses, and then I have a business with my husband that we've had for, I don't know, since 2011. And being able to have these certifications and everything, and then go and to be able to help people, you have to actually understand how to take action, right? Because yeah, with manifestation and anything business, you can sit there and your thoughts create your world, right? We know this in the manifestation world, but you also have to take action. And so in within my clients, as being a channeler and being a psychic, I'm also bringing in the messages and the steps for them to take to help them, get their business going and to get their business ideas flowing, because sometimes we can't see it, and our channels are not completely open. And so that's what I do, is I help my clients bring in these ideas for them to get the momentum going, and so they can start their business. And not to mention that I have just like a business background. That's my degree, was business administration. So, I've worked you know, like I said, in kind of like a corporate field in industry for a while, and then doing all the, I know the tech stuff, this, you know, setting up the websites, the funnels, all these things. So being able to help my clients like just get going and have this base and have all these different tools, the healing modalities and everything to help them get over their, you know, fears of visibility and imposter syndrome, like that is so important for we, like the important work we most of the time have to do first, and then we go into like, okay, let's start getting the stuff done, right?
Definitely. Yeah, I can so relate because every time a lot of the clients they will come, they're like, well, I don't have a website. I don't know how to like make a post that looks like something interesting. I don't know what to share. And I'm like, okay, yeah, but it's normal to be scared first, right? And so many of us have had all of those lifetimes where we were persecuted and so many other things that happened to us. So we need to be aware that sometimes we're self-sabotaging, not because we don't want this business, because I know we can see them in their eyes. They're super excited about it, but there is like something blocking, and allowing these blocks to be removed is so powerful. And then they're like, oh, okay. I feel like I don't only have, the concepts and the healing abilities, but I know I have the courage, the strength, and all of the energy I need to be able to move forward and make it real, because that's what happens for a lot of people, right? They will develop their gifts, they will go to all of those courses, have the certifications, and then they sit with that and they're like, who am I to do that? Who am I to like show myself?
Right.
There's so many people with thousands of followers, and then they compare themselves, right? And they're like, I don't know what's my place there. And I think it's so important that we remind them, you have your own list of people you're supposed to support. That is maybe, some people will cross to other, like we did, right? We didn't stick with just one teacher. We had
Yes.
different types of guides along the way. And your people are waiting for you to show up. It's so important, as you said when you started this interview. We can't wait 10 more years. It's now. The time is now. And it's gracious, to be able to look within and really see you have unique gifts that your people need to be able to find their own gifts. And it's like we help each other, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's important to like going to that where you might be thinking, who am I to teach these people? Like there's so many people that are more advanced than I am. Understanding that there are people for you at every level. There are people at every level. So that person who is way up there, who's been doing this for 10 years, who's super experienced, has all these followers, that person that's brand new to spirituality or healing or whatever, is probably not going to be this person's client, right? It would be someone like us who have been in this now for a little bit. We're going to go to that really experienced person here. Whereas where you're coming in and you're learning, you're going to help those people that are also just coming in. You just need to be a couple steps ahead of your clients. And again, there's always someone at different levels. And as you up level and grow, your client level will change too. Who you are here to serve will also change most of the time. Some people are like, this is who I'm here to serve for the rest of my life. And that's great and wonderful, of course, right? But for me, for sure, following the breadcrumbs of my up leveling, so has who I've come to serve. When I first started, I wasn't helping people start their business or, up level their business or find their soul gifts. I was doing psychic readings and healings, right? So I was helping everybody. And when I went to the manifestation world, I still was helping a lot of different people, right? But they weren't the same people. So just trust and know that, like, your work is needed. And again, as I said in the very beginning, like we are all needed. Like we can't do this alone. So don't let that stop you, right? And I said something to one of my clients one time when they were afraid of being judged by, others and their family members by sharing their gifts on social media. And I said this with love, that you were given these gifts for a reason. You were given these gifts to help others, and it's almost being selfish and ego based by not giving these gifts to the world, by not showing your gifts to the world because of your fear of being judged, right? So that's the work we do, the deep work to let that all go, and faith over fear, right?
Yeah, I love that you're sharing this because I think a lot people are, yeah, it's so easy to fall into the ego trap. Yeah, people are gonna judge you, and what are you gonna say? And what if people don't like what you share or what you do? And it's like, those are our stories, and they're very important to see that they're there, because they're definitely blocks, but you can remove them and you can shine your light. That's why you're here. We're all here with this gift. And as you said, why would we have those super abilities just for ourselves, right? That doesn't make any sense. It
Right.
doesn't make any sense to have all of these abilities that we just keep for us. I mean, I've used my own light language for me first, because, well, first I was completely like, I was like, am I gonna have to share that with others? I had to go through that myself too. And then, but I used it for helping my healing. And then at some point I shared it, and now I can't not share it anymore. But it's just, as you said, it's like, you start somewhere, but you continue evolving every day that you're on this business. And as you said, I love that you shared that. Our clients, they, whether they continue growing with us because that's how it goes, or we have new clients because we have new offers and we have new endeavors that we're taking on, right? I've started learning astrology. I know it's going to be involved in my work now. You know, we're building things together, and the clients that are feeling called will come to you. There's no competition, really. There's 8 billion
Right.
people out there
Right.
to support.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly that. Yes, that's beautiful.
definitely. um what would you do? I just want to know a little bit more about your services before you do the beautiful meditation. But as far as the way you work, is it more individual support that you offer, or is it group? Like, tell us a little bit more about your programs, lovely.
Yeah, so I do offer one-on-one containers for sure, where I do weekly calls with my clients, and we're doing more customized work. We're figuring out where you're at and where you want to go and what needs to be worked on in that moment in that day, right? And then where you get access to me, of course, on Messenger privately for support during the week. You have access to all of my programs, my self-paced courses, or anything new that I come out. And then also, I am also having a hybrid kind of program where it's, there's group calls and individual calls together in the month. So you're having that kind of masterminding and also having that one-on-one time, because I really still do feel that one-on-one time is really important. Excuse me. For the healing work, for the deep work, right? Or if we're doing a custom activation for you, whatever it is that we want to set that intention for. So I really always want to have that component in my mentorship because of that, aspect of having that really, really deep inner work that is really customized for my clients.
Nice also to be accessible for those that want to have just one-on-ones. And the group work, yes, sometimes we cannot really, go specifically for one issue for one person because we are in a group setting, but there's also the power of the group, and how much the things can come up in that group setting. So I love that you're offering both of them. It's
Yeah,
wonderful. So
yeah,
beautiful.
definitely.
Tell us about the courses that you're talking about. What are the courses that you have created so far, or that you're thinking about creating? I don't know.
Yeah, so I have my own manifestation and mindset course. It's a 3-month program to really help for those that are new to manifestation and mindset, master it and really understand it and be able to start their journey in that, because I think it's so important. And anyone that has a business, entrepreneur, or this work, to really understand the power of your thoughts, right? And be able to understand emotional intelligence and how to not let outside factors affect you. So that is a self-paced course that I created that everyone has access to when you work with me. I also have a course called Connected from Within. So if you're someone that is just new to spirituality, or you just got, the certification, this is going to help you also in your spiritual journey, which I go into, connecting with your spirit guides, how to develop your intuition, like your different clairs, talk about, different tools that you can use, like crystals and all that kind of thing. There's meditations in there. I'm not really, can't remember off the top of my head what else is in that program, but it's really about learning how to connect within and connecting with spirit. Because I think a lot of times, if you were to take a course, because you were called to, take the Reiki course, right? I'll just give that as an example. I'm also a Reiki master, so I know all about that and use that in my healing as well. But you don't really learn all the ins and outs of these other things, such as, connecting with the angels or the spirit guides, your spirit team, and that kind of things. And that for me is really important in my work, and helping teach people how to trust themselves and, be able to move forward with their life, right? And then I have an energetics of wealth course, which is, really understanding simply what it says, energetics of wealth, right? Like manifesting more prosperity and money and wealth. So that's a big part of people's lives. And we, of course, want to come from love, right? We want to come from service first and understanding the money will follow. But right now, the world goes around with money and prosperity and wealth, and as light workers we do deserve to be paid. We do deserve to be uh, given that gift as well for that exchange of energy. And so this kind of helps you understand that, like, why money is not a bad thing. I think a lot of people have money wounds and fear money, or they don't want to be looked at as greedy because they're a spiritual worker, but we're here to crush all of those limiting beliefs, right? So those are a few of my courses. What I'm here creating next year, I'm still in the brainstorming process of what's coming for 2025. And, it's definitely going to be about, soul's purpose, stepping into that, probably just like your inner power and intuition and activating your soul gifts, like individually, which is what I do with my clients when we're working in a one-on-one container. But this will be for the person that's like wanting to do just group work and get their feet wet in, all of these different areas.
Oh, how wonderful. It's so nice to see, even just as a spiritual entrepreneur, how our business grows and evolves with us. As you said before, it's like we also know what worked for us or what was missing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I did that course, but I wish I would have had that support, or I wish I would have had. So we learn by experience ourselves, and then we create things that are so out of the box. And it's very inspiring to hear what you're sharing. And we will leave all of your details. I know everybody knows that by now, but all of the details of you, beautiful soul, will be down so that people can look at your website and your social media and connect with you to have any type of more information about what you do. Would you be ready for the activation?
If you are listening to this and you're not in a quiet space, I would love for you to come back to listen to this activation when you have probably about 10 minutes or so. Where you're going to be in a quiet space and the kind of meditative space, and taking the activation. For those of you that are new to light language, or especially me, my light language is mostly tones, so loud toning, almost like humming. So don't be alarmed if you all of a sudden might get startled by a loud singing noise. So that's kind of my vibration. And basically with my light language, I am shifting your vibration to a new frequency. So we're going to be activating you to a new frequency so you can then, step into your next level, essentially, create that next thing that you're here to create, or, open up that soul gift, whatever it is. I'm pretty much going to channel this activation for, setting the intention for whoever's going to listen to this. It's going to be for them. So I'm not really sure where we're going to go, what we're going to do, but we'll find out when we get going. And I think that's all the notes I have about that. So just give me 1 second. All right. I invite you all to get in a comfortable position, whether that's sitting down or lying down, and gently close your eyes. We're going to take a few grounding breaths. We're going to breathe in and hold at the top and then release. I will lead you through. Go ahead and take a deep breath in. Hold. And deep breath out. Go ahead and take a deep breath in. Hold. And a deep breath out. Take another deep breath in. Hold. And take another deep breath out. You can return your breath to whatever breath work is comfortable for you. Setting the intention today to allow whatever is here to transpire for those that are listening, and helping activate the listeners today to their next level, their soul purpose to be shown to them, their soul gifts to open up even bigger even wider and deeper. I want you to imagine as if a beautiful white light is coming down from above, coming down from above the ceiling, the sky, as it circles gently above your head and drops gently now into the top of your head. And it circles around the back of your head, the front of your head, coming down now into your forehead, and gently dropping down a little bit further into your cheeks, your jaw, relaxing and releasing any tension you may be holding, paying attention to if your tongue is pressed against the roof of your mouth, gently let it fall. And from there, this beautiful white light comes down now a little bit further into your neck, circling all around the front of your throat, back of your neck, releasing any tension you may be holding there. And from there, this beautiful white light comes down now a little bit further into your shoulders, dropping down into your biceps and into your chest, into your heart center, circling all around the front of your chest, the back of your chest. Opening up your heart, feeling that energy now a little bit deeper, feeling the love that you have for yourself, for your fellow human. And from there, this beautiful white light comes down now a little bit further into your upper abdomen, right above your belly button, below your rib cage, circling all around your mid back. Is also dropping into your forearms and dropping into your hands, lighting up your hands so brightly. You may be feeling a little bit of tingling in your hands or not. Either way is perfectly okay. And from there, this beautiful white light comes down now a little bit further into your lower abdomen, below your belly button, circling all around the front and back now of your torso. And from there, this beautiful white light comes down to the base of your spine, lighting up all of your organs now, the cells within your body. And finally coming down into your hips, into your thighs, into your knees, into your calves, to your ankles and your feet. This white light comes out the bottoms of your feet and goes through the floor beneath your feet, through the ground beneath your floor, through the earth's crust, going all the way to the earth's core, allowing you to feel completely grounded, connected, and safe. And from there, this beautiful white light now begins spinning faster and faster all around you. Faster and faster, that all you can see now is this beautiful white light all around you, almost as if you're in a bubble, in a ball of this beautiful white light. As you begin to feel yourself almost being transported, floating up, 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 as you float up higher and higher and higher. You're floating and floating, going up, 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 and you keep going up. You feel safe, you feel secure, it's okay to let go. As you keep rising up higher and higher and higher, until you feel a pause as you've stopped moving. And this beautiful white light begins to open up, and you begin to see the most beautiful place you've ever seen. in your entire life. Take a moment to look around. Notice the scenery, the environment, the colors. This is your safe place. This is your sacred place. You can come back here anytime you want to connect on a deeper level with yourself, with spirit, and your higher self and your spirit team. And as you look around, you see a figure approaching you. And as that figure walks closer and closer to you, you notice that they look very familiar. They almost look like you, but just a little different. And this figure, you realize, is your higher self. And as they approach you, you feel completely safe. Your higher self is here to help us with this activation today, to help activate you to your next level, your soul purpose within you. Your gifts, to unleash this limitless potential within you. And your higher self takes you by the hand and starts walking you towards what appears to be a still pond. As you walk over to that pond, asking your higher self to show you what your soul's purpose is in the reflection in the pond. Your higher self takes you and holds your hand as you look down in the pond, as we activate this soul purpose to be known, to be shown to you. And maybe you won't see it, but maybe you will hear it, maybe you will feel it. And take a moment to receive this activation now. Beautiful. If you didn't see or hear anything, that's okay. Just know that this will be shown to you in the next days, weeks, or months, as this has been activated within you now. And now you're wondering who it is that you are here to serve with this purpose. We want to give you clarity today on who it is that you are here to help. Whether it be a specific type of person or a group, as your higher self places their hand on your chest, right in the middle of your heart, with a knowing that will come to you of who you are here to help and serve in this world, in this moment. Bye. Tekanai ona mona si kanana manatai o manai ha kanano sanatonai I manamanai sai kanamanai ti tanonai hi anna nonai sane ai but I samadasika manushana hi beautiful. And as your higher self knows, it is time to unleash your untapped, limitless potential, your soul gifts, to deepen them, to make them stronger. And if you don't know what those are yet, you will be shown, you will be led. The right opportunities will come into your life for you to see and know what those gifts are that you are here to develop, that you are here to practice, that you are here to use to help others, whether they be new awarenesses about gifts or deepening of your current gifts. Just know that you've always had these gifts, and so they're not really new. You're just remembering and becoming aware of them at the perfect timing. As we activate that within you now, feeling the presence of spirit all around you, feeling the source all around you, receiving this activation to open your soul gifts. Beautiful. I want you to take this opportunity now to ask your higher self if they have any messages for you, if there's anything that you need to know in this moment that will help you along your path, in your journey, to stepping fully into your power, to stepping fully into your greatness, into your true self. And I will be quiet for a few moments here. Beautiful. Thanking your higher self for being with us today, and your spirit team, and source energy. Feeling as it is time to return back to your body, into your space, with the final embrace of your higher self as you embrace and hug and you become one once again. And as you do, that beautiful white light begins to spin faster and faster all around you now. Starts to spin so fast again, that's all you can see now is this beautiful white light spinning all around you, where you know you're completely safe and secure as you feel that pull back down, 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 leaving your sacred space, knowing you can come back anytime. Feeling that pull down, 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 down now, coming down, back, 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 back. Coming back now into your awareness, dropping down now into your body, completely back into your space, into your body and your awareness. Gently wiggling your toes and your fingers, maybe moving your head side to side. Go ahead and take a deep breath in and out. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. Okay, so I have to turn on the live
Yeah.
performance audio when I'm doing my light language, otherwise it cuts me out.
Yeah, and even like there was a few little times that I felt like the tone where like your microphone was like, "Ooh, I don't know if I can hold it," but that's
It
fine.
it didn't, and exactly, just know that you're still getting the
Exactly.
frequency. It's just sometimes
Exactly.
my microphone just does not want to pick it.
I know. And but it took I would say like 90, at least 90% of it. So it was beautiful.
Good.
But yeah, very. I think what amazes me the most is how different all of our language are. It's like you have your own soul signature through your own divine light language, and nobody is gonna have exactly the same one. Some of I don't know how you feel about light language. I guess we can maybe end the conversation on that because I think it's just so interesting. To me, it's just like expanded so much of who I am and being in my divine purpose and everything. But like there are some frequencies that sometimes I'm like, oh, I think I remember that. Like it feels like familiar. Sometimes it's like, oh, okay, no, no, that one I didn't know this one. It's just like every time I connect to someone that shares that, and I had a male not so long ago that shares his, and it's quite unusual, I think, still to have males
Uh-huh.
sharing their light language. It feels more female. It's like today that we talk, right?
Yeah.
And it was very profound. I was like, wow, this is such an interesting experience. So yeah, tell me what's your story with light language, or how you feel about it, what you think about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when I've always like for a long time known about it, and I was like, man, that'd be so cool to be like to be able to do that. Like, how do they where do they get this from? Like, where do they even know? And then like when I was working with my mentor, she's like, you have light language. I was like, what? No, what? What are you talking about? And she's like, do you like walk around the house like making noises and like sighs and stuff and like weird noise, like just tones like that, not obviously to that extent, right? And I was like, yeah, I just, my husband would always say to me, like, what are you breathing about over there? And I'm like, like, what are you huffing and puffing about? I'm like, I'm just breathing, but realizing it was like my own light language, like almost trying to come out, and just, or this is what I always had and didn't realize it, and because I would make weird noises like, like, all the time. And then just even when I first was trying to like let it out, it was like the egos in the way kind of being like, you're silly, like this is just so silly, like, and then really just surrendering to it and realizing, yes, that we all have our own light language in our own way. And people will be like, well, what are you saying? But understanding they're not really words, it's frequencies. So it's not really like, I set the intention, I just allow to come out whatever comes out. And so it may be different every time. Of course, there are tones that I know that I use often. But like there's new ones that come out sometimes. Like there was one in here where my voice was like, huh, like almost like that. I don't know that how to explain that, what happens with your voice when you're like vibrating even extra more. And I don't do that very often. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. Like that's coming out today. But so yeah, it really is interesting and beautiful to hear all the different light languages that are out there.
Yeah, it's magical when you think about it, just looking back like 20 years ago, that was not something you would hear so much, and so much more people are just allowing themselves to be. And it's not that, I think it's nice that people are just allowing that frequency
Mm-hmm.
to come out. Because what I'm experiencing with my clients and in group sessions and meditation and everything is like this frequency is so intelligent. It's gonna go everywhere it has to go, and it's gonna shift whatever you're open to shift. And
Yeah.
it does magic if you're open to it, of course. And yeah, if any one of you watching, listening would love to know more about light language, you can communicate with either of us. But it's just such a powerful tool to shift things in such a more rapid way. I know for me, if I use it for me or for my clients, like we shift things so much more faster
Yeah.
than if we wouldn't. So it's a beautiful gift that we have from the stars, I believe.
Yeah, yeah. And I did forget to mention I do offer single sessions as well for activations. Like they're intuitive activation sessions. So like if you're someone that is just wanting that like little quick tune up and healing, like I also do that if you are not someone that really wants that long container of mentorship. I love doing those where I can offer you a custom activation where we can really go in and like you said, like, just vibrate in frequency and move it up and change it for those people that are ready to do that.
Yeah, I love it. Oh, what a beautiful conversation. What would you like people to leave this beautiful episode with today? What do you think is most important for them to continue their day with
I
after this?
think it really is just know if you're listening to this podcast, you're on this, podcast and Annabelle's podcast, like you were there for a reason. You found it for a reason. So for me, that is what's really coming through is knowing that you have this deeper soul purpose and soul work that you are here to help others with. And so, yes, it could be scary to step into that and all the fears come up, but to not be afraid and to seek help and guidance if you don't know what to do or what your next steps are. But just know that your work is needed, and we really would love you to step into your purpose, into your soul gift, so you can help us help the world to
Yeah,
become the place that we want it to be and that it
yes,
should be.
exactly. The real earth. That's what we want to go
Yes.
back to, the purest form of this earth. And as you said beautifully earlier, we can only do that together. So thank you so much, beautiful, for all of the beautiful love that you have for and the passion that we can feel and all of the beautiful light that you share with the world. It's very, very, very beautiful to see. It was a pleasure to connect with you today. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. I'll see y'all in the next one. Thank you, beautiful souls.